I'm supposed to be asleep by now because this is 10 minutes past 2 a.m. I'm supposed to be asleep, but God wouldn't let me sleep. God won't just let me sleep. God has put a word in my heart, and I just can't sleep until I deliver this word. If I don't deliver this word, I won't be able to sleep. And let me say it real quick so I can go to bed. It's 10 minutes past 2 a.m. already, right here in Lagos, Nigeria. Now, look at this. The spirit of truth is circulating the globe, looking for a man whose heart is pure, sincere, and passionate for the truth to occupy, so as to expose the works of darkness, so as to expose Satan and his evil works, so as to open up to people, to men and women, the plans that the dark world has in place for the world, so as to expose the agenda and the mission of destruction the devil has mapped out against humanity. And so God said to me, he has released a spirit of truth that has the truth, that knows the truth, that understands the truth, and that sees what is going on and is willing to open it up to mankind so people can walk their way out of this impending doom and damnation that's about to befall the world, as has been planned by the kingdom of darkness. But it's quite unfortunate that this spirit of truth cannot find a single individual to occupy so as to speak out the truth of the matter. Now, let me tell you this. God said this to me just now, and I couldn't sleep. I just have to speak out and say, people love lies rather than the truth. People have begun to become comfortable with darkness rather than light. It's so sad how that the world we live in today, darkness is now embraced. It's now the new normal. Darkness has been welcomed. Darkness is now given comfort. And darkness is now generally accepted. Meanwhile, light is gradually fading away. People now resent the light. People now resist, reject, and now look on the light as something bad. Meanwhile, darkness is now becoming the new normal, generally accepted. It's now what is loved, what is generally pleasing and exciting to the people. Yeah, because it offers temporary pleasure and excitement, but with impending doom and damnation at the end of the day. God said to me, the spirit of truth has been released over the world, but there is nobody to carry it. Why? People love darkness. People love lies. People love evil and wickedness rather than light. They've come to hate the light, and now they've come to love the darkness and the wickedness and the evil that is ravaging the world. Let me tell you this. Satan has created a system whereby darkness will be looked upon with ease. He has created a system whereby evil, wickedness, and ungodliness will be looked on with tenderness, with softness, gentleness, with kindness. Meanwhile, light will be looked on with aggressiveness, with violence, with evil, with everything bad and negative you can think of. Now, what is happening here? This is a game. The devil is the mastermind of this game. He understands what he's doing. He knows where all this is headed. And I will tell you this one truth. It's all headed for your own destruction, damnation, condemnation, and eventual death at the end of the day. You embrace darkness. That same darkness you embrace today will one day turn around and cut you off. And when I say cut you off, I mean it will destroy you completely, both here on earth and in eternity. How is it that the world is now so comfortable with lies? We celebrate liars and punish those who speak the truth. We embrace and we welcome, open our hearts to deceptive liars, brutal, pathological liars. They are now the kings and the queens in society. They are now the ones society embrace and welcome. And they love and cherish, they value and they support. Meanwhile, those who speak the truth are thrown into into the dungeon, they are neglected, backbited upon, and they are torn apart and destroyed. Hey, let me tell you this. The lie you choose to believe today, because it sounds sweet, calm, nice, and comfortable, will turn around to destroy you someday. The spirit of truth is hovering around the entire universe. And all of humanity has completely embraced lies. And they are happy with the lies they've embraced. They've completely welcomed deceit. And they are comfortable with the deceit they've welcomed. And they are whining and dining in deception. That same lie you chose to believe, welcome and accept, will turn around one day, bite you, and destroy you. Let me tell you, people of truth, if there are still people of truth out there, there are only a few of those people who are sincerely truthful left in the world. And of these few that are left, most have lost their passion. Most have lost their passion. God is looking for one man. It's so interesting how that in the Bible, in the days of the prophets, in Isaiah, the Bible says, the Lord stood out and said, who shall I send? Who will go for us? God needed a man that will go and rescue the world from impending danger, doom, and damnation that was befalling them. And he spoke out and he said, who will I send? Who is worthy to go for us? Nobody was able except the Lamb, the Son of God, Jesus Christ. He stood up and he said, I will go. Now, do you know, in these days, God is speaking out and he's saying, who shall I send? Who will go for us and tell the world the truth of what the devil has pre-planned, of the map out of Satan to wipe out the entire human race? Who will go and tell them? Who will go and open their eyes? Who will go and make them see where they are all headed? Who will go and show them the truth of what is actually happening right in front of them? Let me tell you what is going on. The devil has painted darkness, wickedness, and evil with a coating of love, peace, joy, happiness, calmness. He has coated death. He has coated destruction. He has put on a garment of calmness, of kindness, of sweetness on the spirit and power of death. Now the outer surface looks calm. The outer appearance looks good. The outer outlook looks simple, nice, and something to want to be associated with. But inside of it is death. Inside of it is destruction. Inside of it is loss. Inside of it is pain, tears, sorrow, and weakness. And what is happening? People have totally embraced it in false hope that it is peaceful, it is kind, it is simple, it is good, it is pleasurable. False hope. But when they enter deep into the content of what they have embraced, then they will meet the death that is in it. And at that time, it will be too late to withdraw. At that time, it will be too late to back out. At that time, it will be too late to say no. It's either you knock out darkness today and call it out for what it is, or suffer the impending consequence that comes along with it tomorrow. I've always said this. Satan is clever. He will not tell you that what he's presenting to you will kill you. He will always tell you that, can't you see, it appears good, it appears nice, it appears to be comfortable and cool, calm and appealing. Yes, it appears so, but what is inside of it? The content is death. It takes a man with the eye of the spirit to see that this thing that is painted good and nice will eventually turn around to destroy you. I am calling on people of truth. I told God today, and I said, God, this spirit of truth should roam no more. I make myself available to speak the truth at all times. And from now, moving forward, you're going to be hearing more truths coming from me, because I have opened myself to the spirit of truth, and it will express itself through me on a daily basis. But let me say something to you, listening to me, you that love lies because it presents pleasure to you at the moment, you that love deceit because it presents comfort, gain, and advantage to you at the moment. Let me open your eyes to this one fact, that that the deceit you have embraced, the lies you have embraced, the wickedness you have embraced will one day turn around to become bitter in front of you. It will turn around to become a thorn in the flesh. And at that time, you will not be able to do away with it, because it would have stuck tight. It would have glued tight to you that you won't be able to put it away. Bad, evil, darkness has been coated to look like light, to look pleasurable, sweet, good, nice, and advantageous. But inside of it, the death that we kill and destroy and terminate is right in there. Brethren, men and women, it's time for us to rise up to the truth. Embrace the truth. The truth doesn't look good. It doesn't look nice. It's not sweet. It's not beautiful. It's not handsome, pleasurable. It's not appealing to the eyes. But then that truth that is bitter when you taste it eventually will end you up with life, light, peace, and joy that is eternal. But death looks good, looks pleasurable, looks sweet, tastes good and nice, promises greater things ahead, but at the end of the day, will give you temporary pleasure for a short time and eventually end you up in eternal destruction and doom. I mean eternal, long-term destruction and doom. I had rather take the truth that isn't good looking, but will spare my life for eternity, than take death that is good looking and nice, but eventually destroy me for eternity. Church, men and brethren, rise up to the truth. God asked, who will go for me? And Jesus stood and said, I will go. And God said, now go. One man, one Jesus was able to save the entire world and change the course of things all over the world. The system Jesus met in the world was a broken, damaged, destroyed, and ineffective system. And he came that he will give us a new system that is workable, functional, and that produces good results. Right now, the system of the world is corrupted, has been defiled and infiltrated with wickedness and darkness. And God is asking, who will I put the spirit of truth on that will speak out against the wickedness that is ravaging the world? And there is nobody to answer. Then I spoke out. I, Prophet Kendrick, spoke out and said, God, I will go for you. And he said, go. You alone can change the entire course of things across the globe. And I've stood up to this challenge, and we will change the course of things all over the world. Take note. We are